built on, that's for sure.
I saw a picture of me before I started roofing and after, and not to discourage you.
Oh, no.
I looked much older.
No
Could
doubt.
have been the drinking too.
Might have been
The
both.
drinking
Probably
as a
the drinking.
result.
I didn't
of
even
the
roof. I
roofing.
was just
Yeah,
drinking.
seriously. You get off the roof and you just can't get a giant joint and a big old beer into you fast enough.
Yeah.
So many times.
The guys I roofed with were high all day long.
Same.
Not
Yeah.
literally high. Like,
I think it's like you have to. There's been some summer days that are so hot. And you're putting on black shingles or something, and so it's the middle of July, and the black shingles are just radiant. I remember standing on the roof one time and just thinking, it felt like I was standing way too close to a fire. That was like a campfire.
Oh, my goodness.
And then I looked up at the sun, and I was like, that's the fire I'm too close to. But, so it's literally cooking you. And we would take lots of breaks, chugging back lots of water, obviously, or else you're just going to die. But, yeah, lots of joint breaks, man. Just and you just get so high, you stop feeling the heat, and you just
well, the guys when they got hot, they were just more into it.
yeah.
Like they just like
Calm to
got their
yours.
spirit back, and they're just like, yeah, we're gonna do this roof. Like,
They did.
it was too much for me. I had to
Yeah.
stop. Yeah. And like I get more out of like the purely creative aspect of carpentry. So doing any one thing over and over and over was never like satisfying.
I feel that, man. I worked at Johnston Equipment before I left on that trip I took, and that was a really cool job. We were going around mainly installing warehouse racks, but we would install dock ramps for trucks and these crazy automatic electric arm vehicle chalk restraints and stuff. Just all kinds of different warehouse shit. These super high speed roll up freezer doors and stuff in warehouses. So we were always all over the
Seems
Maritimes.
really you.
Yeah. But yeah, I feel you. It was nice to always be kind of doing some kind of different job.
Yeah.
But even that, I'm sure would fall short of something like carpentry as a trade.
It just depends, man. Like what I'm doing now, like I could be doing something way more satisfying and creative, like something that requires more of me to do. But I'm doing something different every day, and that's good enough. Like that's enough, like to keep my mind occupied to the point where I'm not thinking like, what the hell am I doing here? Like anybody could do this. Like
I felt that sanding some floors recently.
there must be a machine that can do this. Oh wait, I'm the machine that's doing this.
That's right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly the thought process that went through my mind. And then the other thing was like, if machines can do it, then that's just taking jobs from mentally challenged people. They aren't competent enough to do other things. Where are they going to work? I know this guy at Central in Antigonish, and he's definitely mentally challenged. But he loves working at Central, the hardware store.
There you go. Man.
And he just greets everyone. He's just he's just like a really endearing and he lifts your spirits up, a heartwarming fellow. And I can imagine it would be way nicer to be able to go out and go to a job that you can do and you can do well, and make some money and be self-sufficient, as opposed to just being stuck in low-income housing or whatever the case might be for someone in that position. This company is large enough that they can afford to give this guy a job, and there's all sorts of things you can get him to do, you know. But then machines come around, they can do everything. So it's either going to turn into a situation where people have way more leisure to do whatever passion projects,
Or we'll starve.
or we all starve because everyone's unemployed and we can't keep up with our own technological evolution.
I love blaming technology. I don't know. I think there's a lot of reasons why the world is the way it is today, but I think it's like society's psychedelic, you know.
Yeah.
But so like make it widespread enough, and like there's gonna be people who maybe shouldn't be doing mushrooms, if you'll forgive the metaphor.
Yeah.
Like there's people who shouldn't be drilling their diamond drills into the crust of the earth or whatever that, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know.
Like, yeah, I work for like the biggest construction company this side of Montreal, and sometimes I'm just looking at just the trucks going by, and it's like the paving crews going by, and like I'm wondering like why, like, and I can get stuck in this cycle of like, okay, well we need roads, and it's like, okay, well why do I need a road? Well, I need to get to work, and so why do I need to get to work? Well, so we can build the roads. And it's like, well, it's just like I understand the economy, I understand the need and the desire for work, and like I have to work, like I would lose my mind. But it just sometimes can seem pretty redundant.
Yep.
I'm just like, why are these massive projects? Why these massive buildings? Why roads everywhere? Like, why are we completely just digging holes everywhere? Why do we need massive amounts of oil and earth and concrete? And it's just like, the answer is the economy. The answer is because we're monetary focused civilization. So the only way to get more money seems to be to make more things, sell more products. Like,
I remember reading something that basically was saying, I'm not sure if it was NASA or not, but a bunch of scientists, they crunched the numbers, and the world was past the point of no return as far as its resources being able. The world was consuming more resources than the world could naturally reproduce.
right.
So we're
Of course.
No, you would have thought that would have been the case for a while, but I guess it was just like several months ago or something when they were like, all right, now we're like past the point of like nature's regenerative ability.
Yeah.
So like
So we're in for it now. Is what you're saying.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like people really need to, and I guess a lot of the STEM disciplines too. Like a lot of people and businesses, I guess, in STEM really need to start actually like not worrying about their bottom line, and like actually kind of start making like smart decisions. Like,
With the big picture.
Exactly.
Mind.
Like, maybe we don't strip mine lithium for the batteries. Another fucking weird thing because you've heard about cryptocurrencies by now.
Yeah,
sure. Yeah. Like I remember hearing about Bitcoin a long time ago. Like right around
Hearing a lot more about it recently.
Exactly.
Like, I don't know why, but
yeah, no, it's because it's really taken off and the value is skyrocketing. But
There's all
like,
kinds of different sorts of cryptocurrency.
there's
Doggy coin?
there's dozens. There's literally dozens and dozens and dozens.
A friend of mine recently invested $12,000. He took a $12,000 loan out of the bank. And I'm not trying to give advice. I'm just saying what happened.
sign here.
Yeah. And he invested it in. He has a buddy who just runs the stocks all the time, and so he'll just let him in on certain. Oh, it's a good time to buy in on this if you're interested. Anyway, so he just called him up and said, "Dude, this cryptocurrency shit's going nuts right now." And so he put $12,000 on it, and it's like anywhere from $100 to $200 a day just rolling in. He just goes online every single day and sees another $100.
And can you transfer, or can you purchase like real money?
Well,
It is directly relatable. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
it's
it's really
within the same system that's already in place.
A friend of mine was telling me about it, and I'm certainly not knowledgeable on the subject. But basically, it's what's called a block ledger system. To simplify it, basically, and I mean really simplify it. Like this, I'm not even scratching the surface. Basically, the way the architecture between like the client and server, I guess, in a typical client-server relationship on the internet, the way the block ledger kind of like interfaces between the two, basically what ends up happening is that you get a system where all transactions are recorded, and it's like it's basically like hack proof. Like no one's been able to discover a way to like be fraudulent with it, basically, and that's what appeals, I think, to like a lot of everyone who uses it. What's really weird about it is that like the original, like Bitcoin was originally like the currency you would use on the deep web or the dark web or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
So like a lot of obviously questionable things going on in the 90% of the internet that no one gets to see or whatever. Anyway, but yeah, to kind of rewind, the environmental impact of Bitcoin and
Oh,
cryptocurrency
the energy
farming,
use.
it's fucked.
Yeah.
They're saying like this is all well and good that we can like generate like I don't even really generate currency obviously, but like have viable means of transactions or whatever, but like it takes so much electricity.
Yeah, like one Bitcoin transaction took like a massive amount of energy.
Yeah,
Like,
because it like
Weird. What?
Yeah.
Do you
saying
know
the whole
why?
Bitcoin system.
it's
so
just the
like
nature of
same
the
as
of the
like
system's
major city
architecture.
or something.
It's
And
just
electricity.
Yeah.
and as a whole.
it's crazy. It's
Yeah.
just it's really weird, but it's just the way it's laid out. Like they have these like
It needs to be authenticated in a certain weird sort of way.
yeah,
Like it-
basically it's almost like every computer that's like logged into like whichever network in question has to like relay all of the transactions to all of the clients, but all the clients are also all the servers. It's strange. I
Interesting.
I
Okay.
can't explain it because I don't understand it myself.
Yeah, it's something I haven't really read a whole lot about.
But I'll have to
Alright.
grill my buddy Drew. We might even bring him on the podcast sometime. But
There you go.
I'll talk to him about it so I can understand it more
Skype them
clearly.
in, my
Phone,
I need to
phone-
figure out how to do that too, because
phone a friend is like,
oh yeah. No, for the phone call part of the.
I always thought it was so
Number
funny when
phones.
they would just waste and be like, "Hey, I know the answer. I just called you to tell you that I'm gonna win $1 million."
That one smug fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Doing it like a boss. I'm all down for
So yeah, I don't know.
boastful cockiness when motherfuckers about to win $1 million.
Yeah.
You've earned it, buddy. I mean, I don't know how much he really earned it compared to someone who went and scratched tooth and claw to make their own genuine $1 million. Maybe he didn't really earn it and just answered some trivia questions and got $1 million. Wonder how many people are just inspired to be crazy trivia motherfuckers
Pundits.
just because of the sheer slim chance that someone's gonna pop quiz them with some trivia and give them a bunch of money someday.
Sure, there's gotta be a few.
Weird thing with breweries, man. Every new brewery has like trivia night. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
every
those-
like if you go online, like it's just something I've been doing a lot. It's just researching like the marketing side of brewing and like how people set it up, and they're all just like have a trivia night.
people fucking love it.
It's like
Amazing.
I just never like anytime I've been at a bar and they start trivia and I'm just like I don't know.
I check out.
Yeah. It's like this isn't for me.
I check please.
Some
So
people love-
when I'm at my brewery and I have trivia night, you can come up to me and be like, "Fucking sell it."
Yeah, exactly.
I'm leaving.
Yeah. Remember on that fucking podcast, Glen,
Yeah.
you said you
We
did
got it.
trivia night? What's up, man?
What do you care more about the
that could be a
bottom line
trivia
also?
question.
Yeah.
Tara could stand up and be like, which brewery owner said in 2018 he would never have a trivia night?
Oh my god.
So, questions for you.
Okay.
If you like questions.
Hate him.
The
don't
like
need
the
the
whole
answers.
podcast thing. Like I think it's awesome idea. By the way.
Fuck you.
Like, no, it's like Mike was kind of telling me a little bit about like your idea behind it. And I mean, it's not that complex. It's just a pretty solid idea. Just get people together and kind of, we have so many awesome conversations. I've thought it so many times. But like a good buddy of mine, you've actually met him, Greg O'Brien.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Like we've had so many crazy conversations and stuff, and he's like, "Man, we got to turn this into something. Like I don't know how to do it." And
Push
like,
forward.
yeah, exactly. Like the band was always kind of my outlet for that in a way. Like even though there's no lyrics or nothing, but like and not really that much like imagery and themes and stuff. But like music's kind of a way to do that, a way to record like the feelings and the emotions and stuff like that. But like. So yeah, like what's your inspiration to do this? Like, how'd you come up with the idea? Like, when were you like, okay, we're gonna do podcasts? Like,
I decided I was definitely going to start it on a recent LSD experience.
love
And
these stories.
I was probably just on the tail end of some sick conversation I was having with someone at the party. And the idea had been, it's like most ideas, they kind of start out as this tiny little it just occurs to you once in a super